Courage is being scared to death, but saddling up anyways. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what are we looking at today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Why don't you know there's some red just to bring you a little bit of disappointment on a Tuesday morning. Kind of giving you a little kick in the rear, you know, getting you going today, making you realize you got to go out there and you got to make some of that fiat cash today because there is no living on crypto at this point. The bear market has been holding on. You know, we keep hearing about technical analysis, and I think we even... The other day, I think I said I had heard Data Dash say that he was expecting, you know, Ethereum to go between 280 and 300. Definitely doesn't look like that's happening today. Last I seen it, we were under $200. But you know what is making my morning a little bit brighter? We got Samantha over here in the chat.
Good morning, everyone.
So, I don't know. We got all this stuff going on with cryptocurrency. As I keep telling you, and I've been telling you for months now, it seems like the technology is becoming increasingly sound. The advancement of Bitcoin and some of these top tier altcoins is continuing to grow. We've seen so many main nets come out from all those ICOs that were the bigger ones. You know, Tron, Tezos, EOS. We're looking at all kinds of development on the Lightning Network. I mean, what, a year ago at this point, we didn't even have a wallet that you could send a payment pretty much that wasn't code-based. I mean, I don't know. People are going to keep suppressing this price. People are going to keep trying to push Bitcoin down. But, hey, you know what? We know to keep dollar cost averaging this. We know that the dollar bill and all these other fiat cash have problems. We know that cryptocurrency is going to be the sound money of the future because it's the people's money. And all we got to do is just keep holding strong like we are and not let them keep flooding us out. So I guess, Samantha, would you mind pulling up one of those wonderful screen shares so that we can go ahead and take a look at this coin market cap and see what kind of trauma we're possibly dealing with today? You know, it does just seem like, I mean, I think part of the problem is that last year the price shot up real high, right? I mean, it was hard not to make money last year, right, Samantha?
Yes.
So I think a lot of people thought that cryptocurrency was a good place to be able to jump into the space. I mean, you could pretty much get in the space and do just about anything and make enough of a paycheck to pay your bills, right? And you always had these great ideals, incentivization that you're going to make even more money down the road. But it seems like that didn't work out for anybody that actually went and jumped in the cryptocurrency space trying to pay their bills with it. It definitely seems like this cryptocurrency thing is taking a little bit of a backseat to paying some of these people's bills. Definitely a lot of those ICOs that raised all that Ethereum, they're not having as much as they thought they did in the beginning to be able to keep these projects going. And, I mean, these projects aren't cheap. Okay, let's see. What does it look like? We have 1,969 coins. That's an additional 9 coins on top of yesterday. That BTC dominance coming in at 56%. So that dropped down a tiny bit there. And as you can see, that market cap under $200 billion. As far as I'm aware, technical analysis tells me that the more you keep hitting this, you know, lower number, the more likely you are to break through it. Things like today make you think that there could be a potential $5,000 Bitcoin in the future. But as always, I say you got to shake a magic 8-ball to figure this stuff out, because some good news could pump this up tomorrow. Or, I mean, there could be some crazy stuff that brings it down. The price of Bitcoin is super volatile. The price of Bitcoin is not really pegged to anything at the moment. It is a speculative asset. But we know that cryptocurrency mining has been doubling since May, and we'll talk about that in a moment. All right, let's see. What do we got going on? $6,279. That's down 3% on Bitcoin. Is what it is. I'm not going to complain. Still going to go off and make some of that fiat cash today because, like I keep saying, fiat's for bills, crypto's for saving. $198 for an Ethereum. That's down 9.5%. Ouch. Let's hope they can get back over that $200 mark tomorrow. Let's hope these red doesn't continue. Let's hope that they don't turn into some double digits. I got no idea why X-Rapid's sitting here making some money, but they're about to be back up 30 cents. They're up 6.7%. We got Bitcoin Cash, $419. That's down 6%. Another 70 cents, and we'll have Ken Bozek's favorite number there. We got EOS dropping below the $5 mark. Ouch, that hurts. We were getting so close to that $5.50 that Samantha was hoping for. $4.88. That's down 9% as well. We got Stellar Lumas, 20 cents. That's down 2.7%. Litecoin taking a hit and rolling backwards. I think they have their halving coming up here in 2019.
Yeah.
So this is cheap then, right? Yeah, you guys agree, don't you? Cheap Litecoin at $52.08. The turkeys never lie. Down 7% there. Hey, you know what, Sam? Tether's at $1. We got Monero taking a 9% dip. Cardano taking a 3.7% dip. Dash is even down another 7.9%. Looking like we're getting real close to those double digits. On the other side of 5% pretty much, though, which is the standard day trading. I mean, hopefully we'll get a little bit of a bounce back tomorrow. I mean, that's kind of how cryptocurrency works. All right. Hey, we got Steam. Yes, so they're up. Hey, turkeys are supporting the Steam. 82 cents. That's up 10.7%. On a down day, I'll take that anytime. As I keep telling you, with this being under $1, it is definitely the time to get over there and to start posting so you can start collecting this cryptocurrency on the cheap. Because, I mean, when the next bull run comes, I mean, we've seen that high tide rises all ships. So when Bitcoin goes to the moon, everyone's going to be strapping on and coming along for the ride. And you know Steam is going to be right up there at the top of the chart. I know that there's a lot of other decentralized social media platforms out there that are offering to pay content creators. But at the same time, Steam's the first mover advantage. I mean, we got way more people on Steam than we do on Minds or BitTube or anything like that. We're seeing more transactions in Steam than we are in most of the networks. I know EOS is beating it out lately, and they've been competing with BitShares. But, I mean, Steam...
Is Steam back up now? Because it was down yesterday.
That's what I'm saying right now. It's
no, the actual site.
Oh, yeah, Steam was down yesterday for 12 hours. I forgot about that because DTube was still up and working, but Steam itself was down. They said that the money was safe, so not to worry. Don't freak out about it. They were saying that they were working on some maintenance, blah, 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 the same standard crap you hear all the time. All right, let's take a look at the Steam back dollar. See what we're coming up with today. 98 cents. Ooh, and that's a gain. So maybe these altcoins are correcting into an area where they're supposed to be because we're only down 1.4 cents from where we're supposed to be. Ooh, give you some room to ponder and think there. Ponder. Oh, and look, the BTC dominance dropped another point too. Man. All right, so let's talk about this for a moment, Samantha.
Our workcation?
Our workcation, right? I love that, workcation. All right, well, as you guys can see here by the QR code on the screen that we have opened up a Tally account. We've been running this for 50 days now. And we have come up with $338.30, which is 56.38% of the way to the $600 that we were trying to get together. This $600, I am pretty much putting it out there as the opportunity for people to purchase, I guess I would call them crypto offsets, kind of like carbon offsets. Everybody knows that they need to get out there and help promote Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies if we're looking for the adoption that we all want. We know that this is the people's money and that it is amazing how you can voluntarily step away from fiat cash into cryptocurrency, and it's going to revolutionize your life. So I want to get out there and I want to tell people about it. And I know a lot of you have your 9-to-5s and you guys all have your families and you guys have so much on your plate that getting out there and doing this is, you know, it's not in the realm of possibilities. So if we could just dollar cost average a few dollars a day to help make this happen, we're looking to try to get out there November 9th and November 10th. It's at Tinker Field in Orlando. It's an electronic music festival where they have carnival rides and foods and alcohols, and everybody seems to be on illicit substances and stuff like that. So I think they're going to be very receptive. We are looking at a lot of younger generation and millennials. And then when these people being into the electronic music, they have this underlying, you know, computers, future, that kind of, I don't know what the right word for it is. I guess I would say that kind of thinking. So I think that adding cryptocurrency on top of these things that they're already embracing is the next level. It's something that they're going to welcome with open arms. But there is a little bit of downside here. The downside is that, as I say, we have 40 days and 17 cents. We're looking at, we haven't received a donation in a week, and that's okay. I know that, you know, who wants to give away their crypto? You know, I'm not one of the first people to want to give away their crypto. I do go out and donate a little bit every month or so to a few of the channels I appreciate, because we do have to send crypto around in order to keep the network going. But mathematics here are telling me that we need to start averaging $6.60 per day at the price of Bitcoin right now in order to make the $600 that we need in time. And you are actually, you've been riding me about this one, saying that you want to hurry up and order these flyers because you're afraid that they're going to make a mistake and we're going to have to send them back. As always, we prepare for the worst and cross our fingers for the best. Samantha is absolutely no different than me in that aspect, except for sometimes her worst case scenario is worse than my worst case scenario. Oh, yeah. So if you guys got a couple extra dollars to try to help make this happen, if at any point in time you feel, I don't know, I don't want to like down on people, but if you feel guilty, like you should get out there and do something for cryptocurrency, toss a dollar or two this way, and then you can feel good about yourself because you're helping to promote the cause. We are not going to be paying any bills. We're not going to be doing anything like that. And we're not even asking you to help fund us beyond the event. We're still going to have to put money with this for the motel room we're looking at booking. We're going to have to buy our own food. We're going to have to buy our own drinks. This is just going to get us in the door. This is just going to pay for the flyers. And this is just barely, open, fingers crossed, cover the gas. So we're not stretching. We're not out there trying to reach for $1 million to fund our channel in any kind of way. Yeah, I know you like that low blow right there. All right, you guys. I'm going to get off this topic. But as you can see, I'd hate to raise this money and then not actually make it. I mean, maybe we'd have to buy some equipment. Maybe we'd have to put some more money with it. I think we both have free paychecks right around that time. I guess if we ran short, we could make up the difference. Yeah. But I'd rather have you guys give it to me or help fund it, because then we'd have more money to be able to get a better motel room, eat some better food instead of packing a lunch. And maybe Samantha likes those alcoholic beverages on occasion. I like it when Samantha has an alcoholic beverage. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's stop this screen share. Let's stop talking about this personal stuff. Let's dig deep into this cryptocurrency market. Oh, and it's a Tuesday and crypto's down. But you know what? I'm still going to stay happy. I'm still going to stay positive because it's a beautiful day. Every day above ground is a great day. It just means it's another opportunity for me to go out there and either purchase or earn cryptocurrency on the cheap. I don't think at this point in time anybody could spread any FUD over me that's going to like really get me to think that cryptocurrency is not going to be the future. I guess let's jump right in here with some news on this story. Oh, I see we do got some people in the chat today. It is nice that I'm not some crazy guy out here ranting on the internet by myself.
We have Cornelius.
Cornelius, my man. I'm glad you made. Oh, turkeys are even happy to see you, Cornelius.
And JT Irby. He says, good morning. I am tardy but present.
And is that Tech Lords over there too?
No, it's all JT. Oh, yes, no. And Tech Lords.
Tech Lords. Tech Lords. The turkeys. They love you.
We got turkey cheerleaders.
Man, they're right here too. They're scaring me a bit. Let me get over here. All right. So what do we got going on here? Well, I mean, we got the hash rate of Bitcoin is definitely telling us something different than what the price is. I mean, we've been seeing the price of Bitcoin. I don't know. I think it's that everybody has this like 2-week period stuck in their head where Bitcoin went from $16,000 to $20,000. And it's like, it's kind of like, remember when we first got into it and everybody was talking about Mt. Gox time and how Bitcoin hit, I think it was $1,100 or $1,200.
Yes.
And it seemed like everybody kept comparing it to that. They kept saying, oh, it'll never get back to that. Maybe someday, maybe in 3 years and this and that. And we were looking at, I mean, I think the first time I looked at Bitcoin, didn't purchase any. I just looked at it. I think I seen it for $500. And then by the time we actually purchased some, it was around that $700 mark. I think it's going to be the same thing. I mean, I hate saying that there's cycles in Bitcoin because there's not. You know, there is no such thing as a cycle and something that's developing and emerging and creating pretty much a new form of currency life. I mean, it's like life, but it's currency. Bitcoin is like a breathing entity. It is constantly developing and growing. I'm getting off track here.
Yes.
So where was I, Samantha?
Quite honestly, I don't know at this point.
All right. So Oh, that's funny. You can tell when it's live, right? All right, so we got the hash rate doubling. People are getting in on this stuff. Cryptocurrency and Bitcoin especially is going into the future. They're talking about, you only needed a $6,000 Bitcoin price to be profitable. Now they're talking about that it needs to be $7,300 in order to be profitable. So that's under the price that we're seeing right now. We've actually been under $7,000 for the last 2 weeks, I think it's been. I'd have to pull out a chart to actually give you some realistic numbers. I just know it's been a minute. I know it's been a hot minute since we've seen 10K. I'm not going to keep stressing it. Like I was saying in the beginning of this episode, the real problem only lies if you're trying to pay your bills right now with crypto. If some reason you were earning crypto for a living, or you were, invested and you were trying to cash out investments, or you had some master nodes or something and you were trying to cash them out for fiat in order to make that mortgage payment and pay that auto insurance and keep that cell phone on and pay the house insurance and health insurance and liability insurance and keep your boat gassed up, all those wonderful things that everybody seems to keep collecting, liabilities, I like to call them.
Benson is also here now.
Oh, awesome. Benson, my man.
And he asked, what kind of lifestyle do you want when you're Bitcoin retired, bro? Real close to this one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Animals.
I'm not really somebody, like, I don't want the Lambo. I mean, I don't even want a brand new truck. I think I'd go the other way. I want an old truck that's just been redone. You know what I mean? Something that runs really good with like one of those brand new 350 crate engines in it or something, and a decent transmission where if something happened in 5 years, I could swap it out in under 3 hours. I just want things to work. You know what I mean? I want to wake up in the morning and be happy for the fact that I get to spend time with my family for a majority of the day. What, you get 18 hours every day? No, you get 16 hours every day and 8 hours for sleep. I mean, you spend 8 hours at work. You spend about 2 hours between commuting there and back and waking up in the morning and having your coffee. So, I mean, there you go, 10 hours into your day. You got 6 hours for your family. And probably about 1 hour of that is winding down to go to bed. So 5 hours a day doesn't really seem like enough for me to spend with my family, considering that, I mean, I've devoted my entire life to my family. I was 20 when little Eugene was born. You were not, you were 20. No, I was 19. You were 20 when little Eugene was born. So having a family has been everything to me. I was never one of those guys. I never walked out on my family or anything like that. Every single day for me has been about making sure that I can provide the roof over their head and the food they need and, the medical care that's necessary, and making sure there's good transportation to get them where they got to go and they're not going to be stranded on the side of the road. And building those bonds, that keep you close. I've come across husbands and wives where, I mean, all they do is bicker back and forth. They can't find a way to communicate without yelling at each other. And I've seen families where the children hate the parents and the parents just talk bad about their kids. And I know I say things sometimes, but I love the hell out of my son. I think he's great. I think he's better than a lot of other, teenagers out there. I think he has a better head on his shoulder. My standards are really high, right? So I'm always pushing him to be the best person that he can be. So what I would want out of having my cryptocurrency retirement is I would want to be able to just spend time with my family and to make sure that the roof over our head is dry and to make sure that there's plenty of healthy food in the refrigerator. That's always one of those other things that keeps crossing my mind. And part of some of the stuff I have going on here is that when you don't have the money, you run off to Walmart and you buy the food that's cheap at Walmart, and that is not the healthy stuff. That is not what's going to keep you alive. To eat healthy, it costs extra. You know what I mean? To get the non-GMO'd and all of that kind of stuff and organic costs a little extra money.
All right. Vengeance says, well, you and I have much in common.
Oh, I know we do, my man. That's why we talk and we get along so well.
JT Irby says nice. He loves the old trucks. And then Vengeance says, I saw too many of my fellow mechanics utterly destroyed when their wives kicked them out, so I never married. And I want to live in a pickup truck camper and become a wandering mechanic for permaculture communities and small organic farms. Ooh, that would be so cool. Yeah. I'm still trying to get a food forest going over here. I really want one.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm happy for what I have, and the ideals of future happiness don't come from the luxuries of life. You know, like I'm not looking to go on a cruise.
Yeah, stuff never really makes
I mean,
you
I guess
happy.
it'd be cool, but I'd rather right, turkeys. I mean, what would I do without hanging out with you guys all day? Let me tell you, these guys, they keep me entertained. All right, so let's keep moving on with some news here. Let's get off some of the, I guess it's not depressing, but let's get off some of the hopes and dreams and get to some of the reality of what we're looking at right now.
Man.
I know the hopes and dreams are fun. Maybe we'll have a good episode on our hopes and dreams in Bitcoin, and we'll get people just to talk about what we want. Hey, that's what Bitcoin is. Bitcoin lets you to continue dreaming and hoping for the future, because I know that before this, when I was working in the factories and I was killing myself just to be able to put, man, you guys are going today. And I was, killing myself being able just to put food on the table and keep the roof over our heads and our cars running and everything.
Oh, yeah, it was super depressing all the time.
It gets rid of your dream. Like, it's hard to think, oh, in the future, we're all going to get to spend time together. When you get in that situation, you see yourself doing that until you die.
Yeah. My future is, oh, great. I wake up every day and I do this.
Mm-hmm. And I don't want to give my life away to any company or any man or anybody with money just to earn a little bit to keep breathing. I mean,
all right.
What do we got? We got Tron. They're burning millions of tokens. Billions. 4.9 billion tokens they just burned. This is the 5th time they've done a token burn. I don't know. What do you think about this, Sam? I mean, they're going ahead. They're continuing to upgrade. They went to their main net. They're continuing to burn tokens to try to bring the price, down or up. Yeah, up. You burn to bring price up. They went ahead and they've changed from their, I think it was 21 Genesis representatives or whatever you want to call them, to now they got 27 super representatives. They're moving ahead with their constipated phase. Is that what it was?
Constitutional.
No. Constitutional. Man, you guys are going. Stop. I'm on air. All right. They are going with their constitutional phase. I guess that's more of their upgrades. Tron has had all kinds of good news, bad news, fun mixed in, but we know that they went out. We know that they bought, not uTorrent, BitTorrent.
Yes.
uTorrent is a subsidiary of them. So I don't think they're going to go away. You know what I mean? Like, if they were capable of buying that company and people are not going to stop torrenting, I really think that if they can get themselves somehow mixed up and wrapped in all of that and, deep into the process so that you're not unrooting them from it, I think that we are definitely going to continue to see them stick around. Like I keep saying, cryptocurrencies are going to be the way of the future. Everything is going to be tokenized. It's just that between now and then, you got no idea what's going to happen and which ones are going to make it. And it is definitely a situation of throw a dart at the board to see which one's which. That's why I keep talking about Bitcoin. That's why I keep sticking with Bitcoin. It's been here for 10 years. It's going to be here in the future. Bitcoin is the rock. It is unchanging, and it is the furthest along in development because it has second layer solutions. Not everything can be done on chain at the first base layer. You can't have privacy and scaling and decentralization all on the base layer. Bitcoin is emerging with the fact that it is capable of running multiple second layers on top of the original first layer, which is unchanging. And you know what I mean? Like, it's I'm drawing a blank on the word. You go backwards. Satoshi's coins are still good from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So that means anybody that you can purchase Bitcoin and you can walk away and forget about it, and you can know that when you come back in another 5, 10, 15 years, your Bitcoin is still going to be usable. You didn't have to upgrade it and change wallets and do all of these other things like you kind of are having to do with some of these altcoins. Like, if you had bought some ERC20 tokens during the ICO phase, like if you had bought Tron or EOS and you didn't switch them, they're gone. You just completely wasted your money. It's another one of those, you got to be in it, you got to be on it, and you got to be on top of it. All right, let's see. We got all kinds of news today. We got to start moving along through some of this. We got the SEC chairman. I forget what the guy's name was. It's probably not really all that important.
Yes, the new SEC guy. Yeah,
We're talking about, once again, Ethereum could be a security. They're saying that just because the staff member said something doesn't necessarily mean it's what it is. There's nothing in writing. They can come out and reverse decisions people have said. They pointed out a couple different times in history where this had happened. Is this just some more FUD? I don't know. Probably. I don't think that the government is really going to step in and call this a security and try to like penalize everybody. It's a little hard at this point, especially when we're looking at what Ethernex has come out now. It's going to be, it's Bitfinex. It's Bitfinex, Ethereum, decentralized, running on a smart contract, trustless, keep control of your private keys, all those things that you're wanting to hear, buzzwords, off-chain liquidity order books. That's actually coming from Bitfinex. As a U.S. citizen, we can't get on Bitfinex, but we can get on Ethernex. So, I mean, if you got those ERC20 tokens, if you got that Ethereum, if you're out there making those trades, you're going to find some liquidity there. With this being a decentralized exchange, you're not going to have to go sign up and know your customer and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of what we're looking for. It's a step in the right direction. I would rather see a Bitcoin type of, decentralized exchange. But that one's further down the road. It's a lot easier to make these things on a smart contract for Ethereum. All right. What else do we got? Well, where did it go? We got Tezos, their main net launches today. Bittrex is going to be picking them up. So a lot of people were real interested in that one. Let's wait and see what happens. I don't know if the price is going to pick up. There was a situation of the pump price a few days ago. Was it a buy the rumor, sell the news? We'll know by the end of the day on that one. All right. Last little bit I got here for you, and then we'll go and we'll check in with the chat. Because I can see JT from here. It looks like Invention.
Yep.
All right. We got Tron, or not Tron. We got EOS. They got a decentralized exchange, right? It's called Bancor. We all kind of know what it is, or we should know what it is. I don't know. I've used it. I don't know if you guys have used it. I've checked it out before. It's a dApp. It's pretty much another one of those decentralized exchanges. But they're going to go ahead and they're going to be moving over and creating another pairing on EOS to be able to train all those airdrop tokens on EOS and the tokens that are going to be running on EOS. We're talking about that this is going to be great because it's free, it's fast, it doesn't have all that gas that you need with Ethereum to be able to run your smart contracts with the dApps and all that kind of stuff. EOS has been picking up news. EOS has been picking up momentum. I mean, I know the price is under $5. I know I'm not in it at the moment. I know that I feel personally that it's a little too centralized for me to really want to be getting in it. But like I've told you, life is a matter of gray areas, and between now and complete decentralization and Bitcoin taking over the world and being the one people's money, we could have centralized currencies. We could see EOS along with any other cryptocurrency or one that's unknown at this point in time because it hasn't been created. Actually, get up there in power. A lot of people using it. Good opportunities to make more fiat cash in the short term. All these things happen with decentralized currency. I mean, that's kind of what happened during that bull run. But we got EOS out there. They're leading the charge with trying to make a cryptocurrency that's not costing people a fortune, able to get the propagation of these blocks done. Whether or not it's going to come back to bite us in the butt at some time, I don't know. I know that a lot of people are into EOS. I know that EOS has had plenty of hype. We keep seeing it more and more in the news on a daily basis, which is always one of those indicators that it's getting adopted. People are actually developing on it. And we're seeing the potential for there not to be as many problems as we've seen with Ethereum. Because of the centralization, because of the lack of ICOs, like we've already gone through that ICO phase. I doubt we're going to be seeing 1 million ICOs running on EOS to like pump the price up. And then when they want to sell out, then, everything we just saw with Ethereum, a lot of stuff that we're seeing with Ethereum, we're saying pretty much happened because of the ICOs and that whole rigmarole that we probably won't repeat again in our history. So, but I do have some news on EOS. Sunday, right? James? Was that his name?
I think so.
Man, I would hate to say the wrong name.
It's the crypto type.
The crypto type. He has his own YouTube channel out there. He used to be called the Bitcoin guy. I think that's what it was. he's going to be on Sunday. We also got Altcoin Buzz Ladies on Saturday. Yep. So we're looking at a guest-packed weekend. Big plus there. I told you guys I've been reaching out trying to get people. I don't think I can't seem to get any of the real big people in crypto to want to come on my show. Probably just because we only got 2,000 followers and they're out there looking to make that money or spread that adoption, whichever, depending on who it is. But, so we got a weekend pack show. We're looking at a show Saturday at 2 o'clock with Altcoin Buzz Ladies. That's Sarah. And we're looking at the Crypto Type coming on Sunday. I'm waiting for a confirmation on a time, but he picked the date of Sunday, so that should be all good and set. I'll let you guys know more about that when that happens. We also got the rest of our shows across the week, so I'll be able to give you more details on that. That's going to be absolutely amazing, though. I love having guests on here. He's going to talk about EOS probably. Yes, a lot of his videos I've seen over the last 3 or 4 weeks have mostly been about EOS. He has started embracing EOS. He sees a positive future for EOS. So let's have him on. Let's hear his words, right? Let's hear what he thinks about EOS. I mean, I'm no expert on EOS. So if he would like to start understanding EOS and would like to come on here and explain it a little better to me and possibly to you guys, big plus in my book. You know, I find it's easier and better to learn from somebody who's knowledgeable and completely and interested in these things, because they're going to be able to help. You know, when you read, there's a lot of filler. When someone's explaining something to you, they kind of get right to the point a little bit more.
Yeah, and I mean, then when you ask questions, you know, they actually have answers. That's always nice. You don't get to ask an article a question.
Right. But I mean, that's going to be a big plus. If you're watching this, go ahead, comment down below, leave some links, this and that. Let me know if you want to get on the show. You can hit me up on Twitter. That's where a lot of people have been hitting me up. If not, you can hit me up on my email. It's eugeneforrest20@gmail.com. It's spelled down there below. If you can't spell Eugene Forrest, I also use that same email for my free help desk. If you got any questions in this cryptocurrency space, please go ahead and shoot them my way. I know I haven't been receiving that many. I think all the new people around, if you've been here, you've been around for a little while, so you kind of understand how this stuff works, and you're not asking those newbie questions like setting up your hardware wallet or getting set up an exchange or all of those different type of questions. It seems like a lot of the questions I've been receiving lately is people want to know how to get around the know your customer laws, and that one is definitely very difficult. I don't know if I have all the answers on that one. One of the best ways I say for that is person-to-person transactions or earning or mining. So
yeah.
So what do we got going on in the chat? Do we got anything to talk about today, or are we going to be wrapping this one up? Or
well, I mean, Benchen way back said nice one for, I think, the food forest. And JT says, "LOL, Benchen, I was looking at RVs last night." I mean, we were looking at RVs last night.
I mean, see, I think I might have went a step beyond the RV. RVs are awesome, but the problem with I used to also be an RV tech, so I can fix them. I mean, I can fix the ammonia refrigerators. I can put the air conditioners on the top. They cost a lot of gasoline, like a lot, and gas ain't cheap. And the price of gas has slowly been going up. Well, I mean, it's not that $5 like it was back when I was in college, but gas is expensive. If you're trying to minimize your existence, sailboats don't require, if you park in the water and you're 500 feet off of land here in the state of Florida, you can park there. You can park your sailboat there. There's no law stopping you. You don't have to pay any sort of docking fee or anything like that, right?
Yes.
You can get around on a kicker motor, which eats like no gas. Or you can use your sail if you actually take the time to learn how to sail like I did. Let's see, what else can you do on the sailboat? You can get a couple solar panels and batteries, and then you're set. You got power to be able to charge up your cell phone. You got power to be able to turn on your TV and your DVD player, right? We had a small refrigerator. It was like one of the ones in the RV that ran off propane. So it was, off propane. It was an ammonia refrigerator. So you can go ahead and you can keep food cold. What else do you need? You need electricity to charge up your cell phone, which is going to give you your internet, and you need a TV for entertainment. You need
a lot of them have the little, remember how we had that weird like grill that hung off the side of the sailboat? It was cool.
What else did we used to do? Oh, crab trap, shrimp trap, both of those. You got to get a couple of each, throw one off one side, one off the other, so that you pull them up every day and you might have fresh crab, fresh shrimp. That was fun.
We didn't get any crabs, but we got some shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, Eugene cast nets, and
Yep.
I cast nets. So yeah, we were.
Yeah, plenty of fish. If you like mullet, you're never going to starve around here, especially in the flats of Florida. I mean, I think you could get a cheap sailboat for $2,000, and I mean, you could pretty much start right off living on it. I mean, you might want a dinghy to be able to get back and forth, because I like Bohemian moored it out in the channel, and then we just used the dinghy to go back and forth. It was like a floating dock and or camper, you know, whatever. It was like an RV on the water that didn't go anywhere, and we used to just moor back and forth, or we'd just boat back and forth to it, and we'd go out there and hang out on the top like it was a deck in the sun, take naps underneath. We kept cold drinks in the refrigerator. I mean, it was amazing. So just something to think about if you're thinking about, you know, RV living's cool too, because you get to go all around, you know, the United States and everything. I'm a Florida boy. I'm not from Florida. I'm from upstate New York. But I mean, since I've been here in Florida, I love the sun. I love the beaches. I love hanging out at the beaches and looking at everybody. That's always fun.
It is very entertaining what people think and do at beaches, where it's like, ooh, you didn't put a lot of thought into that, did you? Or you put too much thought into it, whichever one.
All right, let's go ahead and start wrapping this up. Is there anything else over there in the chat that we should be discussing, Samantha?
JTRB says sailboats are cool, but me and the ocean are like oil and water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't swim very well. I doggy paddle. But it still wasn't that bad. Like, because when he had gotten the sailboat, I was all like, now how the hell is that going to work? And he was just like, it'll be fine. And it was fine. I didn't die. There was no real, like, rescuing moment or anything.
All right, you guys. I got all kinds of tools, links, and affiliation codes listed down there below to help you figure out these cryptocurrency markets if you haven't yet already, but I'm sure you guys have. Still, there might be some tools down there that you're not quite aware of, because, hey, I come across new tools all the time from other YouTubers. I'm on Twitter now. You got to come over there. You got to start following me. I got 1,100 followers, continuing to try to increase that number. I keep updating like what's going on with the show. Like if there's a no show, it will be posted there. Been putting up my thumbnails. Give those a like and a share if you can, just to help spread the word of Bitcoin and coffee. We're definitely trying to bring people in. We're just waiting for the next bull market so that we can go ahead and scoop up another 5,000 or 6,000 followers. Definitely, we're ready for it here, right? Yeah, we're ready. We're ready. We're ready. All right, you guys. What else we got? Email helpdesk eugene420@gmail.com. Besides that, we will be here Monday through Friday, 7:45 Eastern Standard Time. To be able to talk about the news, a few thoughts, answer a couple questions, as always, in the chat. This weekend, like I said, we got a guest-packed weekend. We're going to have Sarah from Altcoin Buzz Ladies on Saturday at 2 p.m. My time. I think it's going to be 7 p.m. her time in London. Don't have a time for a Sunday show, but we got the crypto type over there. I'll probably go see if I can't throw a link out on Twitter to one of his videos. You guys go over and start following him, see what he got going on. He was a Bitcoin guy, moving over towards EOS. I think it'll be a great show to ask him a few questions. I've also left it open if he doesn't want to talk about EOS, but I'm pretty sure he's going to want to talk about it a little bit.
And even if the man does not let me be there for both of the shows, our son has said that he will read. And
really?
Yeah, he said, you know, he doesn't.
I didn't know about this one, you guys.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have Eugene Robert Forrest Esquire joining the show.
Possibly, like if I can't, I mean, and you can't, you know. Yes. He was like, yeah, I mean, I don't really want to, but I will. And I was like, that's the spirit. That's how I started.
If we all got to do what we wanted to do, we'd all still be in bed this morning. You guys go out, try to make the best of your day, and remember, keep your BTC safe.
Bye, guys.